Hello, fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. Today, I thought I would share with you the biggest project I have started to date, which is my Josephine Wall. So, I have moved the canvas to my dining room table because that's the only place I really have to work on it for a canvas this big. I could roll it up rather than lay it flat, but I don't really want to do that. But I thought I would share with you kind of what it looks like before I get started and everything that is going to go into this project. So you can see up there at the top the schematic that came with the canvas, and I cut that off of the top so that I would have a little more workable room to lay things around it on the table, because you can see this is my dining room table, as I said, and it takes up the entire thing pretty much. I have put washi tape all around the edges of the canvas, and you can see I made myself a set of cute little forest animal stickers to put on my release papers to cover up the canvas. As far as drills go, you can see I have my 60 bottle case here that is full. I have my 30 bottle case down here that is full. I have two 28 slot containers that are full, and then I have two boxes of the Tic Tac containers that are full, as well as two additional ones that didn't fit in the boxes. I've got my little multi-placer wheel. I've got my Pretty Placer wax crayons. I've got a diamond painting pen. I was going to wait until my pens from France showed up, but they're taking forever to get here. These papers are just the inventory sheet to make sure I didn't lose anything. I've got down here two of the steel tips, a single placer and a two placer from Drilled Pin Frenzy. And once my pens from France gets here, I intend to use that, but we'll see. And then I also have all of these AB drills laying here. I put in a big order from DP with sparklers, Diamond Painting with Sparklers, and I got those. And then these are some random ABs that I bought from a Diamond Dots collection that I'm going to see if any of the colors match. I've got to do some looking up, and I haven't done that yet, but so again, I just thought I would kind of give you some insight into this is what it's going to look like and everything I'm going to need to complete this project. It's kind of a lot, in case I haven't mentioned that before. So this is the beginning of it. I am going to be testing out some things in the process while I'm doing this canvas, and I may or may not be doing a challenge with this canvas. We'll see. So stay tuned. I am going to get started on my Josephine Wall today. This feels kind of momentous, so I wanted to film this as a whip and chat, just because I've had this canvas, I've been prepping this canvas, I've been kitting up and kind of doing all of these things associated with this canvas for so long that there's been this huge buildup to actually doing the canvas. So let's get started. I'm just going to start at the bottom of the canvas and work my way back. So I need to pull the drills that I need. So I need to look at this little section here, and I'm going to use the little sheet that they gave me with all the codes on it to figure out which colors I need. So let's start with the easy ones. I need a B and what is that, a golf flag and a sideways U. God, this really feels daunting just to even find, okay, the B is 407. So I know that's probably in the 60 bottle case because of its number. So let me grab it. I should have moved all of these to be closer, and I didn't. Okay. So 407 is B. Okay, so there's that one. I guess I could just look at these bottles and see if, is that going to be easier if I, oh, you know, and something else I'm going to do just as a note to myself. I bought all these pretty placer, oh, those are extras. I bought all these pretty placers. I bought all these DP with Sparklers ABs. So I think what I'm going to do to remind myself that I have these colors, because I have divided them up into where they go, I'm going to put a little star on the container with the ones that I have sparklers for when I pull that color. So I'll know that if I want to, I can pull the sparklers and substitute some of those in. So here, I'll show you what I've done. Oops, I missed one. 453, where is that? Okay, so I just added a little star so that I can remember if I pull this color, I've got sparklers in that same color. So if I want to substitute some of the sparklers, I can. So maybe this just makes more sense if I just go through and see through the bottles. Do I have any of this symbol? No, it doesn't look like it. What is this symbol that I have a lot of? Does that look like a rain cloud or something? I'm sure once I've done this for a while, I'll probably know some of the colors, but with 250 colors in this diamond painting, wow, it just seems like a lot. Oh, there's a sideways U as well. Okay, so I've got 2 colors to start. I have set myself a timer for 45 minutes because I just feel like I don't want to go any longer than that for this WIP and chat, and I forgot a tray, so I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. I've never had 2 projects on the go like this before, so this will be interesting for me just to see how it's going to go. And of course, I'm gonna try using my pretty placer and see how I like this to start. And I'm gonna move my light around because that shadow is not good for me. And I already need to use my pen because I didn't place that very well. Oh my goodness, you guys, there we go. First drill down. Okay, I think I'm gonna switch over to my pen just because that's a little more comfortable for me to get started. Oh my goodness. I'm doing it. I started my Josephine Wall. Woohoo! Okay, first drill's down. And I just realized I set a timer for the video. However, I also want to time how long this diamond painting takes me. It's going to be forever, I know, but I still want to time it. So I forgot to start the timer. I just did that real quick off camera because I just do it on my phone. Okay, so there's that color. And then 407 are all these B's down here in the corner. So let me, gosh. Are you as excited as I am about this? Probably not, because it's not your diamond painting, but wow. I really wanted to do this kind of on film because I've seen people do like WIP and chats on film, but to actually start the canvas, and like I said, this has just been such a big build up to this particular canvas that I wanted to kind of make an event out of it. And so I thought, well, instead of just doing a quick little hey I started video, I would make this into a little bit of a longer like WIP and chat, because that just seemed to make more sense. I'm trying to make sure I've got these in really good alignment because this is going to be my kind of starting point for everything. So Do I have any bees anywhere other than this little section? No. Okay. And I could probably go get my other pens and use some of my multi-placers. I've got a 3 multi-placer that I'm using with another project, but I really wanted to use my new fancy pens that I ordered from that French store on Etsy that I can't pronounce. So I'm not even going to attempt it. My French accent is atrocious, which doesn't bode well for living in Canada, but they speak English too. So, yeah, that shadow's just, my lighting placement is not great, but I didn't want to cause too many shadows for the camera. Okay, those look pretty straight to my naked eye. Okay, no more bees. Let's see if I can recognize any other symbols from this first section. Okay, so there's those done. Let's see, I'll grab my sheet and see if I see any of them. Do I have, okay, I've got this down arrow is 156. I suddenly thought none of these arrows are duplicated. Oh, that's 647, which is in the next case. Okay, so let me keep looking because, let me just get that down arrow out of the way. What is that number? That is 156. Okay, so that is this symbol. So let me get those placed. The canvas that I'm working on, the other one besides this one right now, it's a square, but it's kind of confetti heavy. It's kind of a monochromatic picture, so there's a lot of oranges and browns and creams, and so you'd think it would be easier, but it's very confetti heavy. I actually got my light pad out to work with it because I was struggling so much, and it was helpful in some ways but not helpful in others. Like, I had to turn off my overhead light to really be able to see the light pad, and then the light pad helped, but then I couldn't really see the drills in the tray to see if I was, because it's got some trash in it, as everything does, and I couldn't really see to make sure that I was picking up not trash drills. So I guess I could do that before I turn the light off, but yeah, it just seems like a lot of, I need to fix my setup because that wasn't working so great. And apparently someone is mowing their lawn, so if you can hear that, I apologize. It's been raining here for the last couple of days, so everyone is kind of taking any chance they can get to work outside. Okay, this side arrow right here is 155, which is this color, so this side arrow. Yeah, this is going to be kind of a learning process to figure out how kind of to best work on this canvas. A lot of times when I work on canvases, just to give myself a little bit of an element of mystery, I will section it off like this with my release papers, but I will put numbers on the release papers, and then I have an app that helps me kind of pick randomly what section I'm going to work on. That's what I'm doing with the square one that I'm working on now. And it is random, so it's kind of funny with that one. I've kind of ended up on working on one side of the canvas So I could have just done that to begin with, but I don't know, it randomizes a little bit, it makes it a little bit more fun for me. So did I get all of those? That's the hard part with these confetti. This one is covered, this row is covered up a little bit by this release paper, so I'm going to skip those rows. And because this canvas is so big, I was not real concerned with whether I got a whole row where I could see it or not with this. I figure, you know, eventually I'll get to it. Okay, so I think I got all of those. So let me put those drills away. I think that probably is going to be the hardest thing to get used to, is that you get out of color and you're going to use like 4 or 5 drills and then that color gets put away. Okay, let's see. Do I see any on here that I immediately recognize? See, because I've got this little, what is that? Is that like a tree? Okay, this goes up to 522. So where are my symbols to 522? Okay. I'm trying to look at my sheet here and see if I see any of the other symbols on here. Oh, there's that one. This green one right here with the arrow is 503. Because that's in this box, right? That's this symbol and this symbol. Okay. Let me pour those out. And I mean, this is the amount of drills I have for the entire canvas. So clearly there's not going to be a ton of these anywhere on the canvas. I think maybe that's part of what scares people away from these, is that they are so confetti heavy, which just means they take a lot of time. And they're big, which means they take a lot of time. And so I can see how that would be intimidating. Plus, they're big, which means they take up a lot of room. And while I am lucky enough to be able to take over my dining room table, I mean, I intend to give it back for meal times, but I could leave it here if I wanted to. Nobody in my family would be upset about that. Not everyone has the option to do that, and I get that. Not everyone has the option to spend 100 euros on a canvas and then have it another 50 euros to have it shipped to you. Although I was looking today, and this shipped, I think, in less than a week. I was putting it in my logbook, and I think I ordered it on the 15th of the month, and it came, I want to say the 22nd or 23rd. So yeah, it came really quickly. Now, I paid for that. It cost me 50 euros, which for me, I'm in the US, so it was like, I think with the exchange rate, it was like $68. So yeah, if I'm paying $68, I want it to get to me here quickly too. Unlike some other diamond painting companies where I've ordered things and it takes a month or longer. And I'm talking some of the more upscale ones where part of it's because I was an idiot and didn't realize I was ordering things that were on pre-order, but still. They have my money. It would be nice if I got my diamond paintings. Okay, let's see. Are there any other ones on here that are on my list? I wish you guys could help me look. All I'm doing is kind of looking at my little sheet here and then going down my list and trying to see, do I see any of those symbols on this canvas? But there's so many of them. I know I'm going to miss some. I probably just need to have all of my drills sitting next to me. Right now they're all kind of up at the top of the table because I thought they would be out of my way better up there, but now I'm wondering if that's what I should do. Oh, that's hilarious. Look at this little unhappy face. I don't have any of those though, so I think maybe that's all the ones that are in this first 60 colors, which is kind of crazy to think about, but that's kind of all I'm seeing. So I feel like I should move on to the next box of colors. Okay, so that means I'm going to put my 60 bottle case off to the side. Let me go grab my 30 bottle case. I think I can reach it without moving, you guys. I don't want to spill these anywhere, so if I got the cord in the way, I apologize. Okay, so I need to go through really quickly and do the same thing with these, with my sparklers. I've got 700 and 666. So let me put my little star on each of those. Oh, interesting. There is no 666 in this diamond painting. Why did I order that? Probably because 666 is my favorite color. So I can set that sparkler bag aside because I won't need it. Okay, so let's look in this bag. Is there anything in here? Let's see. Did I see that little castle? Nope, that's not what that is. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, so this little symbol here is this one, so that's 640. So it looks like I've got a whopping 2 of that color in this section. Oh my gosh, you guys, I suddenly feel like this is going to take me eons to complete this. And I'm trying to be really careful with placement because this is tape, and while they do slide, they just don't slide as easily as they would with poured glue. Unfortunately, they don't have poured glue as an option from Diamond Painting Deutschland, which I think has scared off some people. I've never really had any bad luck with poured glue, and let me knock on the wood of my table because I don't want to jinx myself. Okay, there's a little camera icon, which I think is this color, 524. Is that literally the only one? I feel like I'm doing one of those word search things, you guys, where I'm like going through here going, okay, is that the only camera, the only camera, the only camera? One good thing about it is because it's a round, it is printed in color. So the background colors kind of help find it. Yeah, it looks like it's only one. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Okay, let me just get one drill out here and place that one. That's nuts. Okay. This painting literally is going to take me forever. Oh, and there's a computer monitor right there. Do I see any other computer monitors? Nope, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so again, oops, I spilled out more than one, but let me grab it and fill that one in. Okay. Yeah, I'll be glad when I get used to some of these symbols because some of them seem so close to each other. Like I was looking at this one going, is that another computer monitor? No. Okay, this little kind of signpost symbol, that is this one, 646. And I have more than just one, so that's good. So let me dump a few of those out. I've considered streaming on Twitch and streaming doing this painting, just because there'd be some interaction and people could be like, hey, you missed one, or hey, what's this, is that color, or like I could give you guys the chart and then I'd be like, hey, what's this symbol? And I'd have lots of people and lots of eyeballs helping me instead of just depending on mine. But then I think it would get too distracting to try and do it that way. Oh, there's a whole bunch over here that I missed too. Okay, so there's quite a few of these in this section. Okay, let me move my light again, see if that's helpful. Not really. Okay, that's a little better. I've got my little magnifying light stand that I use, but I typically use it with my drafting table, and I'm not at my drafting table today because I am having to do this at my kitchen table again because it's so freaking big. I'm actually waiting for someone to interrupt me because I'm not the only one home today. We had to get up really early and go to an orthodontics appointment. Like, the appointment was at 7 a.m., which is kind of crazy. Our card said 8 a.m., so I'm glad they called to verify because we would have been late and missed the appointment. But they wrote the card, so that would have been on them because they wrote the wrong time on the card. Okay, did I miss any over here? I don't see any up in this section, so it's just these ones over here now. I think I got all of them. That's the other thing that I have been getting used to on the square one that I'm doing. That's kind of confetti. Because I've had canvases where there's confetti, but I guess I haven't really had one that is this much confetti. And I mean, that makes sense with this many colors. Of course, there's going to be confetti. But A, that's what makes the diamond painting so gorgeous when it's finished. And B, all the colors. God, I hate getting old. I got to A and I've already forgotten B. Anyway, it's confetti heavy, and my other painting has gotten me used to that. But in addition to, I think the thing about confetti, and probably why it drives so many people crazy, me included, is because you look and you look and you look and you look, and you're like, okay, I got them all. And then as you're doing other ones, you're like, crap, I missed this one. I missed this one. I missed this one. And so it feels like you're spending all of your time picking out drills and filling in the ones that you missed. What I have discovered works better for me is just to kind of pick out ones that, like in this one, the hand symbol, this little person symbol, this, what is this, a raindrop symbol? Oh, I think that's this little balm symbol. This kind of rain cloud symbol, and do those first because there seems to be a lot of them on the canvas, and then that somehow lends itself to making it easier to find a lot of these kind of hit and miss confetti ones. So okay, are there any of these little balmy ones up here? There's this section. Oh, there's two right there. Let me do those two. I love the snapping sound of my glue dot. I bought this pen on Amazon, but I love it. I wasn't sure I would like it because it's so fat, but it's easier on my hand than some of my other ones. And I actually have been finding that if I switch my pins around, that is easier on my hand too, because my grip doesn't have time to get tired of a particular one because I switched to a different pen. So I currently have most of my pens loaded with my glue tips. Even my fancy steel tips that I got, which they say is a no-no because, not that you can't put the glue dot in there, but because most people, me included, use tweezers to put them in, and your tweezers are metal, and so you can kind of scrape up your steel tip by putting the tweezers in there and or using the tweezers to dig the glue dots out. I did it anyway. I ended up with extra steel tips because of a mail delay issue. I got sent a second order, and then the original order showed up, so I just kept it. I paid for it, so I didn't get it for free. But I just kept it rather than trying to mess with trying to send it back internationally, because international mail is crazy. All mail is kind of crazy, but mailing within your own country is obviously always going to be cheaper than mailing outside your country. So, and not that I'm against sending things to other countries, it just is expensive. So, and if I'm the one footing the bill, then it probably would have cost me just as much to send it back as it would have to just keep it. That may be a slight exaggeration, but it wasn't worth the hassle of taking a trip to the post office and figuring out how much it was going to be just to send it back. Some things you can get away with just putting an international stamp on them if it's just like paper or it's really small and you can fit it in like a regular envelope. But most of the time when you're sending stuff internationally, you want to send it in one of those padded mailers, which just, yeah, the cost goes up exponentially. So, for example, my random acts of kindness, which, as a reminder, if you'd like a random act of kindness where I send you some happy mail, there's a form in the description below. Head down there, fill out the spreadsheet. You do not have to be a subscriber, although if you are, thank you. You do not have to follow me on social media, although if you do that too, thank you as well. But you can simply sign up and I will send you some happy mail. It's a random act of kindness because the randomness is I don't know when I'll have enough money for postage to send to you, because I do send anywhere and it is no cost to you. It is things that I have set aside that I've purchased that I'm either not going to use or I just have discovered I don't need or want. And not that that means there's anything wrong with the items, because there isn't. But it could be, you know, extra diamond painting pens, wax trays that I've gotten in various kits that I've purchased other ones to use, so I don't need those anymore. It could be waxes. It could be some kits. I do have some kits, although those are expensive to mail, so and most of the kits I have for that are small rounds, so like 30 by 40s in rounds. I do have some bigger ones that are either going to be part of the random acts of kindness, or I may do a giveaway. I've got a couple of big ones that I've ordered that I ordered for particular reasons, but now I'm thinking, after getting some more diamond painting experience under my belt, that was a dumb reason to order them and I'm never going to do it, so I should probably just give them away so somebody else can have the enjoyment and pleasure out of doing the kits. So, And I did, when I ordered this kit, I ordered 2 because it was going to be the same amount of shipping, whether I ordered 1 or 2. And I thought, well, I'm going to pay the shipping anyway, might as well get 2 kits. And I realize I'm privileged to be in a place where I can afford to do that. Not everyone can, and I understand that. But for me, it just made financial sense to do it that way. I may order some kits from them in the future. I don't know. I don't know if the shipping's worth it to me. I wanted these particular paintings, and I probably, if I'd stopped to think about it, should have gotten them in squares, but I didn't stop to think about it, so I didn't. So, you know, that's how it goes. Let's see. Do I have any hamburgers in this one? No. I don't see any of the little walking people. I don't see the bus. Wouldn't it be nice if DMC colors in order was like colors lumped together? So like all the browns were a certain section of numbers, etc., etc. It would be nice, but I don't think it will be that way. Okay, so I know I've got 647, which is this little kind of rain cloudy one. See, this is where it gets confusing because I've got this yellow hand that's outlined in black, but this hand, so I know that's not the right one. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? I just thought, what if you were colorblind and you tried to diamond paint? Like, would you try and diamond paint if you were colorblind? I mean, I know there's different kinds of color blindness. Some people have problems seeing different colors than other people. I wonder why we call it color blindness in the first place. It's not like they can't see any color. It's not like they see things in black and white. It's just that their colors are kind of messed up sometimes. These symbols are cracking me up too as I'm looking through them. Look, that's a martini glass. There's a box. There's some letters. Oh, there's this up and down arrows, and I just saw one of those. There's one. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, right there. So I could do that one, but I think I'm going to wait because I bet there's more than one. Oh, there's another one right there. No, I should do it while I'm doing it. There's another one up there. Didn't seem worth it for just one drill, but I guess I'll go ahead and get it out because there is more than one. So there's this one. Let me do my little words for, oh, there's a whole row of them right there. So I guess it was worth getting this out. See, that's kind of the crazy thing. Like, so is that what I'm going to have to do, at least until I've learned the symbols a little bit better, is just for every section I'm going to have every color nearby? Because, you know, you guys saw at the beginning of this how much stuff there is with this kit. Now granted, I made it a little more complicated than it needed to be because I ordered the sparklers to add in to it, but I wanted to try it. I'd never ordered any sparklers like that before, and I've never tried kind of customizing a canvas in that way. Customizing it, adapting it, zhuzhing it. What do people call it? Enhancing it, I think, is what I've heard some people say. So, oh, there's another whole section right there. Well, I guess I'm glad I got this one out because there's more than I thought. So it'll be like a little discovery journey doing this canvas in each section because every section is going to be a little bit different. Now I do know that obviously with this many colors there aren't going to be a lot of everything, And I'm assuming I got sent extra more than I would need of some of these colors. But I'm wondering, I don't think I'll run out of a color. I'm hoping I ordered enough of the DP with sparklers. I tried to order the DP with sparklers for some of the colors that I had a lot of, because then I could kind of sprinkle them through and it wouldn't be like, oh, I'm going to put one sparkler in this section and then I'm going to call it an enhancement. But yeah, this has been an experience so far, just doing this quick little section with you guys. So I think I will kind of maybe save these for the whip-in chats, simply because I kind of have to go slow when I'm doing the whip-in chats, because my brain is doing two things at once. I'm trying to think about what I'm diamond painting. Oh, and look, I missed one of those balm ones. Think about my diamond painting as well as what I'm trying to say to you guys at the same time, which in some ways is actually easier for my brain to multitask like that. I suspect I have some sort of form of, I'm on the spectrum somewhere for ADD. Never been officially diagnosed, but we have lots of those kinds of things in my family. And I think I had a grandparent who came back from World War II and who I actually suddenly realized the other day was probably suffering from PTSD long before we even knew what PTSD was. Unfortunately for him, their solution was to give him electric shock therapy, and according to my dad, he was never the same. Which, I mean, duh, right? But yeah, amazing how far we've come in some ways in such a short amount of time, and amazing how far we still have to go, right? Okay, I think that's all of this color. I'm sure I'll probably discover that I missed it, just like I just discovered I missed one of those balm ones, but I am actually going to get out that balm one and fix that one while I have these colors in front of me, because then I need to switch out to a different color. After I do, I'm gonna do these little rain cloud things. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Is it a rain cloud? Is it a satellite dish? Like on here, it looks like a rain cloud to me with like a little raindrop. But on here, yeah, I've got no idea what that's supposed to be. But it's that symbol, so I'm gonna do that one. I don't think any of the other ones are on here. So I think after that, I've got to move to another case. So I'm going to stop here because it's about time for my timer to go off. And this video is going to be long enough because I'm going to put the video that the beginning of this will be kind of my, hello, here's all the things I need to start this canvas thing. So this video is already probably going to be close to an hour. So I'm going to call it quits here. Thank you so much for joining me for this whip and chat. I hope this was interesting for you. I'm going to finish this one little color and then I may put it away for the next whip and chat. Or I may decide I want to keep working on it. I don't know yet. But as always, thanks for watching. On your way out, please don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. If you don't mind, leave me a comment below. Let me know if you enjoyed this, if you'd like to see more of this. Also, let me know if you didn't enjoy it and you'd like to see something different. I can use both kinds of criticism. So that's it. I had fun. I hope you guys did too. See you next time, guys.